there's some, you guys know, remember about a year ago, this one scumbag YouTuber, yeah, while we were like sort of on the topic of scumbags, he goes by the name JayStation. Right, JayStation. Yeah, no one really like ever like thought of him ever again after this, to be honest. But if you don't remember, like over a year ago, he made like this one video where he faked his girlfriend's death, and then like it was disgusting, just disgusting. I don't want to get into it. I went in depth on like a year ago, over a year ago on this podcast, and I was absolutely disgusted, and I really hoped YouTube like actually did their job and took him down. And they demonetized him. They actually demonetized him, which is something they don't rarely do with like a YouTuber like JayStation, who got away with as much stuff as he did. But about a year later, they terminated him. And like they're a bit late to the job, but they did it. They did it. Now I don't, it sort of reminds me of like the Leafy is Here situation where he got terminated off YouTube, and like, he got and people were celebrating because yeah, Leafy's gone, but there's a bigger picture for that one. Leafy did not have like any prior strikes prior to his termination. They just terminated his channel out of the blue. I feel like it was foolish. I never thought this. I feel like it was foolish to think that Leafy was going to last long after returning. There's a huge meme with Ethan Klein where he said like, I would love to see Leafy exist in the current landscape of YouTube, and while that seemed a bit fishy, like I kind of agreed with that because I knew he wasn't going to last long. But anyways, that's where that I feel like you shouldn't be celebrating over Leafy's termination, because he didn't necessarily break any rules and then just got terminated. However, JayStation, he did. I wouldn't say he broke rules. I don't know if is it like against the YouTube's TOS to exploit dead people? That's what he did. I don't know if that's against the terms of service, but it's definitely fucked up. And then when he fakes his girlfriend's death, and then like a bunch of reports came out afterwards of him assaulting her with a weapon and getting arrested for assault. It like YouTube, like that's where you terminate him. And I don't like to celebrate where people's lives pretty much get ruined, but he kind of like deserves this. Like, the good person in me, the person who's all about forgive and forget, hopes that he can probably, his life isn't completely ruined, but like he wasn't gonna change because he got away with it every time. His girlfriend's death, this video about his girlfriend's death, like got many views, and his audience are literal 5-year-olds who will believe it. And it's like, yeah, he had to go. That's the main thing here. He had to go. So yeah, that's what I think about JayStation. And he recently came out and made a video on like Twitter or something, or I think on his second channel maybe, I don't know, saying like, for those of you who are celebrating, like, you shouldn't be, because and I was actually, when he said that, I was thinking he was going to say something relating to like, if it could happen to me, it can happen to anyone, which I mean wasn't quite true. He was doing some fucked up shit, but at the same time he's at least like not placing the blame elsewhere. But then he said like, but then he follows it up with, over a false accusation of him attacking his girlfriend. There is proof of that, like, there's proof of like that being proven to be true, if you know what I mean. Like, proof of that being true, I guess, isn't, that would mean, like, we see him actually do it. We don't see him do it, but, like, we see, like, reports and everything of it being true. I don't know how to say it. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying, though. Yeah, I feel like he kind of deserved, he had to go. Hopefully he can turn his life around or whatever, but, like, he had to go, It sucks. It really sucked that, like, he got away with it for this long. And honestly, YouTube should be faster here. They should have honestly they shouldn't have just demonetized him. They should have terminated him immediately. So yeah. What do you guys think about the JayStation situation? Did you even know about this? Because I didn't. I was told this by someone, and I'm like, oh shit, really? You got terminated? So yeah, it was just like, I don't know, like, I remember what the controversy he got himself into with his girlfriend's fake death, really, really, like, made me sick to my stomach, and I was waiting for him to get terminated. I usually don't, like, eagerly anticipate someone getting terminated from YouTube, but JayStation I did. I'm sorry, he was just a scumbag.